What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Cardi here. Yeah, why I say like that? Man, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Cardi here, man. We about to watch another reaction video. Wild online conspiracies that might get me banned. So, let's get it. Everybody get your snacks, get your drinks, whatever you get. Tap into this video. Like, comment, subscribe, man. So with your family, your friends, your loved ones. Let's get it poppin'. I ain't.
On the internet, specifically on TikTok, there are some wild, bizarre conspiracy theories. Theories that not even Alex Jones would touch. Now, what I have come to learn over the years is that just because something sounds crazy doesn't mean it isn't true, as many conspiracy theories that were once seen as crazy have proven themselves to be true. We do in fact live in a crazy world, don't we? For this episode, I wanted to talk about a few of the conspiracy theories people have sent to me. We will call out the ones that don't make sense and the ones that seem to have some truth to them. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is.
The truth is, bro, content like that, I ain't gonna lie. If you like conspiracy theories and not some stuff, not even really conspiracy theories, things that like just are common sense, he's got to go to. Like, he exposed everything.
Is where I drop new videos every other day exposing the truth. In today's episode, we will be looking at some of the wildest TikTok conspiracy theories that just might be true. But before we begin, I just wanted to ask you guys to like, comment, and subscribe so we can get this video seen by everyone who needs to see it. I want to thank you all. Now, let's get right into it. The first theory we're going to be talking about is the theory that some powerful or influential people could be time travelers. This theory was made by the self-proclaimed top numerologist on TikTok, Gary GG33. I spoke about this guy one other time long ago when I did a video on Triple X Tentacion's mother, who he was interviewing. Gary makes this theory and claims that people like Keanu...
Yeah, I think time travel is real though. Like, y'all think that's a thing? You see, I'm teetering on a yeah and no. Only because if time travel is real, then why haven't anybody came back to this time that we? But see, we don't know. I'm trying.
Reeves, Nikola Tesla, and someone in the Trump family are time travelers.
Nikola Tesla was a time traveler?
Yes. I don't think he's a genius. I think he just went back in time. One of the keys that someone is a time traveler is they can't have kids. If you don't belong in this timeline, you're not going to have kids. Tesla didn't have kids. Keanu Reeves had so many kids that died of miscarriage. If I was that one person for sure is a time traveler, I would say Keanu Reeves.
Why Keanu Reeves?
He's born in 1964. He looks really good for his age, but that's not enough proof. What is proof is his wife. His wife is born in 1973. She looks like she's a zombie because she looks so old. I'm thinking this guy's sucking the life out of her just to keep himself looking young. Number two would probably be someone in the Trump family because they're the ones who went into Tesla's workshop, started looking at his work. The Trump family was not rich before they stumbled on Nikola Tesla's work.
His dad was the one who cleaned up his work, right?
His uncle.
So I didn't even know they had any correlation.
Yeah, when Tesla died.
And someone went in and seized all his It was the government. Trump. And the guy who actually started investigating everything, that was Donald Trump's uncle.
What are the odds of that?
As you heard for yourself, Gary claims that Nikola...
There is no odds, bro. Everybody connected, bro. Like, I believe there's only certain people can get into really high power. You have to be part of a certain bloodline, I hate to say it, but you have to be a part of a certain bloodline or a certain group for you to get up here. You don't just get up here. Like, in school, they tell you anybody can be the president. If you get this age, you do this stuff, you have these requirements. I don't think that's true. You have to be a part of the bloodline or part of something to get to be a president. Because anybody can't be a president. I mean, people that's in state. I can't go be a president. I could probably make a campaign, but I will never get in the chair. Promise you I will never get in the chair.
Tesla and Keanu Reeves are...
Or not to meet, or just somebody, you just won't never get there, bro. Unless you was part of a certain agenda, you don't get there.
Time travelers, stating that Keanu Reeves doesn't have children and looks so young, and that's an indicator of him being a time traveler. He also claimed that because Trump's uncle was the man who was sent in to gather Nikola Tesla's important documents, that they somehow stole his time traveling technology. Now I am assuming Gary made this theory in reference to Nikola Tesla, who had allegedly been working on a time traveling machine before his death. Tesla was in fact a brilliant inventor, but there isn't any credible fact to support the idea that he was building a time traveling machine. Now, for Gary to refer to people like Keanu Reeves being a time traveler because he has no kids and doesn't age is far-fetched to say the least. I don't buy this theory at all.
But it's a lot of people in Hollywood that don't age, bro, if you really pay attention. You get their age, and it's like, bro, how do you still look like that?
And honestly, I think this Gary guy is kind of full of it. I have been sent plenty of his videos, and they are always wild assumptions just like this, but with no evidence to back his claims up. While I don't know if time traveling technology has been achieved yet, I can honestly say I wouldn't be surprised if it has, especially since if it was created in the future, it can then exist in the present, since we are talking about time traveling. My issues with this theory is that the people he's claiming to have used this technology just don't seem to be the people that would have access to it. Claiming that Keanu Reeves is a time traveler, I just can't buy it. While he might be a multi-millionaire, he's not an elite. He is just a puppet of the elite. To me, this theory, at least in my book, is debunked. Now let's move on to the next theory. The next theory I wanted to talk about was the theory about John F. Kennedy being taken out because he was trying to stop the New World Order and dismantle the federal...
I believe that. I don't even have to watch that too much. I believe that.
Reserve system. This theory was made by someone I just spoke about in my last video about Masonry, William Cooper. William Cooper claimed that due to certain orders John F. Kennedy was trying to establish, that he was taken out.
John F. Kennedy was short-circuiting the New World Order. He had ordered the printing of constitutional money, United States notes, which would have destroyed the Federal Reserve, which is not an agency of the United States government. It's a private corporation, owned and operated by the world bankers, controlled by the Illuminati, and its purpose was to destroy the middle class in this country and thus our economy. You see it unfold now. You are seeing, and I predicted this well in advance, you are seeing the destruction of the economy of the United States, and it will continue. It will not get better.
It won't.
Downhill from here on out, unless we nationalize the Federal Reserve, lock up the criminals who own it, cancel the debt, which will then bankrupt the Illuminati, which is exactly what we ought to do, print constitutional money, which cannot be usurped, which cannot lead to our destruction, and go back to what we're supposed to do, and quit contracting for benefits. We're escaping from the laws of nature, and there's a terrible consequence for that. You can't contract for somebody else to keep you alive. You have to be responsible within your life to keep yourself alive. And if you can't do it, then you have to die. That's the law of nature.
As you heard for yourself, William Cooper claims that Kennedy was trying to short-circuit the New World Order by destroying the Federal Reserve. I have actually made a video on the Federal Reserve, specifically how the Federal Reserve Act replaced the gold standard. In fact, the bill to pass the Federal Reserve Act was created by some of the richest bankers in the world on an island in secrecy. I agree that the Federal Reserve Act does seem to play an important role in the blueprints for the new Masonic World Order. Some of the bankers who created the Federal Reserve were no other than the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, and even Morgan Chase. What most people don't know is that the Federal Reserve isn't a federal bank and isn't connected to the federal government. It is actually a private bank backed by a group of elite bankers. If you guys want to see a full breakdown on this, comment the Federal Reserve below. Now, when it comes to John F. Kennedy attacking the Federal Reserve, this does seem pretty accurate. Executive Order 1110 was issued by the US President John F. Kennedy on June 4, 1963. This order was a threat for the Federal Reserve and called for the issuing of silver certificates. This issue was passed just a few months before he was taken out. John F. Kennedy was the same president who stopped the CIA from creating a false flag attack on the US people in order to convince the American people war with Cuba was necessary. This was called Operation Northwoods, and Kennedy did not go for it. In my opinion, Kennedy was indeed the only one president who might have said no to the real ruling elite, and it does seem like he paid the price for it at the end. I'll label this conspiracy theory true, in my opinion at least. The next theory we're going to be talking about is the theory that the Church of Satan is controlled opposition. I don't know the guy who's speaking that made this theory, but I found it extremely interesting. If you guys know who he is, please let me know in the comments. According to this guy, the Church of Satan is controlled opposition created to hide the real satanic cult.
You can understand the Church of Satanism, that's controlled up. They want you to think Satanism is about red horns, a pitchfork, this large character. Anton LaVey's real name is Howard Stanton LaVey, and the Satanic Bible was written by Asaph Dayan, which is the son of Moshe Dayan, who basically founded the IDF.
Yeah, he helped, he ran weapons and sent weapons to Israel as he was trading Hollywood to push Satanism.
They are so ahead of the mark that they produce controlled opposition Satanism. So that instead of looking at Talmudic Satanism, which is really what Satanism is, a stepping stone towards, if you look deeply enough, they just want us to look at Anton LaVey, Satanism, LARPing, a bunch of these dysgenic losers or incels getting together and LARPing and like, yeah, down with Christianity. And all the boomer types get offended. Actually, that's a distraction, while the actual degeneracy and the normalization of evil is happening through these Talmudic folk.
But no, I do think it's interesting that at the same time, he's trying to create Israel, and he's also pushing Satanism at the exact same time, the exact same guy.
They know what they're doing.
But it's also, you look at like some of their, like, they believe in their gods. Look at Epstein Island, for example. You see that giant, that temple built there. These are the most elite people in the world. They believe in this stuff. We cannot believe in it, but they believe in their demon gods.
Yeah, ultimately, the world is run by...
Now, at first, it sounds ridiculous, but
that's
the
heavy.
more you think about it, it
heavy.
makes a lot of sense. Let me explain why. The Church of Satan is definitely a cover for the real occult secret societies. It was created to give the Christian community a recognizable enemy. It was also made to throw Christians off, because most of those that are a part of the Church of Satan aren't true occultists and aren't learning real occult rituals. Those who are true occultists are a part of real secret societies like the Lima, the OTO, and Freemasonry. The Church of Satan is a gimmick. Everything about it is gimmicky. The devil they use to represent themselves is not even accurate. The devil isn't a red guy with a pitchfork and horns. That is what he has been presented as. Lucifer is an angel of light that occultists follow as the path to enlightenment. They see Lucifer as forbidden knowledge, the light to their illumination. This is what these secret societies are indeed chasing. But they do not worship Lucifer, they worship themselves. Now, Anton LaVey himself was a real occultist who was connected to Masonry and other real secret societies. His Church of Satan was a recognizable enemy and a cover for what these real occultists really participate, which is search for enlightenment through Lucifer. So when it comes to this theory, I have to agree with it. It seems to be true. The next theory we're going to be talking about is the theory that the Catholic Church could be the whore of Babylon that is spoken about in the Bible.
Bro, okay. When I went to Italy, I went to the Vatican. Bro, now you can't go underneath the Vatican. We went underneath, but it's only a certain area they allow you to go at. Everything else is blocked off. And then you got me and my group, we had marched 3,300 stairs to get to the top of it. Cool. But inside of the Vatican gave me the fucking creeps, bruh. It gave me the creeps. Like, if I was offered to go there again, I would never go there. Everything about it gave me the creeps, and this is no conspiracy. Like, going in there, everything about it gave me the creeps. Like, everything. Yeah.
Again, I couldn't find the name of the person speaking in this video. If you guys know who he is, let me know in the comments. This guy's theory suggests that the Bible describes some similarities between what's described as the Babylon woman and the Catholic Church.
Continuing on, Revelation chapter 17 verse 4 says, "The woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet, and adorned with gold and precious stones and pearls, having in her hand a golden cup full of abominations and the filthiness of her fornication." Notice how this woman or church is arrayed in purple and scarlet. These are colors of Catholic cardinals and bishops. Cardinals wear scarlet to symbolize their willingness to defend their faith, even to the point of shedding their blood. And bishops wear purple to signify penitence, humility, and the dignity of their office. Babylon, being adorned with gold and precious stones and pearls, is a reflection of her wealth. And the Catholic Church is considered by many to be the richest church in the world. An online post entitled, "How Much Money Does God Have?" by marketplace.org states, "The church has vast assets, including billions."
On true, one thing I don't like about churches, it's like giving money. And the reason why I say that, because I just think about what Jesus did. Like, back in the day, he didn't like, he preached, like, and then you see all these TikTokers that want to, like, or this, like, TikTok preachers or whatever. It's getting wicked out here. That's why you gotta stay on your word. But these TikTok preachers, oh, join my class for $30. I can teach you the ropes of how to connect with God. You should be doing that for free. Jesus did that for free. You know what I mean? Like, and in churches, it's more. It's a business. It's a big money business now, and that is why. That is why I want to go to church, but I want to go to a good church, a great church, something that talks about everything. And a lot of these churches don't talk about the back of the Bible, Revelation. They don't go there. Tell you everything else, But they don't go there. They need to go there because people are going to be so lost. We already saying the beginning signs in this world today. You know what I mean? But like, church is a big money business. It's a big money business, and I wish I can go back in time and be there where Jesus preached, where there was no money or the message was the message. They preached outside. They preached in broken homes and homeless places. They preached, and it wasn't about money, and it wasn't about doing it so I look good. It was doing it because I want to save these people. I want to get people the word, let people know that I am who I say I am. You know what I mean? Now everything is just business, bro.
In real estate and some priceless art, not to mention the Vatican Bank. But his finances are largely secret, tallying that immense wealth is pretty much impossible, according to experts.
As you heard for yourself, this guy points out these interesting similarities between what the Bible describes to be the Babylon woman and the Catholic Church. Now, I will say that it is quite strange, and I really don't believe in coincidences. I know the history of the Catholic Church, and I have done videos on what I have found out, but I'm not quite sure if this is accurate. Now, I can't deny that it seems like there might be something to this theory, but I need to look deeper into it so I can see what I find. So for now, I'm gonna leave this one as unconclusive. The next theory I wanted to talk about was the theory that the planets are actually fallen angels. This theory was put out there by a TikToker named John Truth. In his theory, he claims that all the planets in the sky are fallen angels.
There's no such thing as other planets or outer space. I believe planets are actually...
I do believe we've never been out of space. Never. We got all this technology, and we know these are two things that goes off my head. We got all this technology. They say that we, as Africans, we came on slave ships. We know what dinosaurs look like. We have their bones. Where's the slave ships? When you go in the museum, where's the slave ships? There are no slave ships that we came on. We don't even know what one sound like, what it looked like. We know what the Titanic is. We know what things way before. But we don't know what the slave ship we came on. Where's the slave ship itself? You know what I mean? We just being told what ain't no real. That's another story for another day. And then we never been out of space. We've never left Earth. We've never left Earth. Never. There's no proof that we left Earth. We can find all these old footage of all this stuff, but now we can't find the footage of us going to the moon. We can't find the footage of us going to the moon. We lost it, and then we are so much farther in technology now than we were the time that we went to the moon. We can't go back there. Boy.
just fallen angel beings, and I'm about to show you. So we know, according to scripture, stars are angels, angels are stars. We know that we all live under God's firmament. There's no such thing as outer space. So all the stars or angels are inside the firmament. Right? According to Revelation, the 7 stars are the angels of the 7 churches, right? So we know stars are angels, right? We know 1/3 of the stars of heaven, or the angels, fell, right? They disobeyed God. These are known as the fallen, right? Now the book of Ezekiel gives us a description of what some of these angels look like. As for their appearances, they four had one likeness, as if a wheel had been in the midst of a wheel. So a wheel inside of a wheel. This is a picture of Mars captured by the Nikon P1000 camera.
And what did that look like? What did that look like? A wheel inside of a wheel. He cooking, let him cook.
What do you see? A wheel inside of a wheel. Now, you can go find a bunch of Greek and Roman gods that actually have the same names as the planets. They were named after them because they're not actually...
The only god I know, like, not god, but the only, like, Saturn. If you look at all these celebrities, they talk about Saturn. Saturn earrings, the Saturn songs, the ring, everything. So I know Saturn is like it's especially in the occult, it means something. I don't know about all the others. I know Saturn for sure.
Planets, the false gods, are really just fallen angels in disguise. This stuff is no joke. You can go look it up. Why do you think they had us building these solar system projects in school, trying to get us to memorize all these names? We were giving false idolization to these false gods.
Hello.
Right, and they gave us hints, right? Some of them actually do look like wheels inside of wheels, but this is fake. It's not what they actually look like. These are the true photos of what these so-called planets actually look like. They're all wheels inside of wheels. These are the fake ones. Now these are some pictures of stars as well that have the same exact appearance, just normal stars. Alright, so what God has ordained for these...
And then NASA, I don't know if I saw this a couple weeks ago, they posted like a spear or something, but like a wheel inside of a wheel.
angels is to move in this circuit type fashion around the earth, right? Right, so if there was certain of these stars or these angels not moving in this circuit, they'd basically be disobeying him, right? Which is what the planets are, wandering stars. I believe they are part of fallen, which is why they are connected to all these Roman and Greek false gods. I believe he gave us a hint at this in the book of Jude. Raging waves of the sea, foaming out of their own shame. Wandering stars, to whom is reserved the blackness of darkness forever. Why are these wandering stars or these wandering angels so shameful? Probably because they disobeyed him. If y'all want...
Now I found this theory extremely interesting, and I'll tell you exactly why. While I personally believe the old pagan gods are the fallen angels,
They are. Angels fell. They went all throughout the earth, parading themselves as different beings, and everybody, all these gods and the Hindus and the Greeks and the Norse, they're all the same gods. The African, they're all the same gods. The Aztec, some of these civilizations has never met each other, and they have the stories of the same gods, just different names and different people with different looks, but they have the same power. They have this. It's just, yeah, you ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing.
didn't really look
Satan working double overtime.
at the planets that way, but considering it is documented that the ancient Greeks worshipped the visible planets in the sky as gods, this makes a ton of sense. The Greeks named each planet after
not to mention Egypt, sun worship, the sun. I'm telling you,
after their gods, associating each planet with their god. Now, looking at the Bible, it does state that God cast the fallen angels to chains of darkness to await the final judgment. Space is darkness, and the chains could be what they call the planet's orbit, the invisible chains that keep the angels in orbit around the sun. Now, I'm not saying this theory is true, but I am saying that it is interesting and kind of makes sense. What do you guys think about the theory? I'm gonna mark this one as unconclusive for now, and maybe I'll do some more research on it later. That's all the theories I have for you guys today. If you guys like this type of...
And then you see here, the ocean, 5%. Only I don't even want to get into all that.
video and want to see me give my thoughts on other TikTok theories, let me know in the comment section. If you guys have some theories for me to talk about, comment them below, or better yet, send them to me on Instagram. That's it for this video, but before you guys go, I would like...
Alright, y'all, that's wild conspiracy theories that might get me banned, y'all. Listen, before y'all just say this is nonsense, do your own research. I'm telling you, go down a rabbit hole, because a lot of this stuff makes sense. And the word ain't all, that's how we saying. Look how long they've been telling us that aliens don't exist, and they don't look. And I think those are fallen angels myself. I don't think they really aliens, but that's a whole other story for another day. But just saying, just do your... The truth is stranger than fiction. You know what I mean? But I'll see you guys. Peace. Much love. Because I'm out of